Alright, what's up my Tascam 2488 Neo hippies? This is Paige and I am here with the MPC Live doing a video on how to use the unit. When you first start the MPC off, you're going to get this screen. I have no use for any of this stuff here, so I just usually hit empty project. Once I'm on an empty project, I do a little housekeeping, and that's going to be first things first. I name the first sequence intro. I change the BPM. Today I'm just going with a slow 96 tempo. And then I name the first track. In my case, I'm just going to put drums here. Input. I name the program. I'm just going to name it drums. Do it. And then I go here to bars and I change the bars to 4. And the reason why I call this intro and I change the bars to 4 is because when I export all of this in song mode, what I'm going to do is put it into the R24 or the Tascam and finish up my song. You know, laying down some vocals because this doesn't have a input for a condenser microphone, so it makes no sense for me to try to sing through it, even though I have things that I can do that with. I'll show you that on a later video, but I'd rather just sing into the R24 or the Tascam. Anyway, moving right along. Now, you're like, Paige, but I thought we were going to do audio. Yes, we are. Let's go ahead to the next sequence. I'm going to name this one. You saw that icon. I just name it chorus. Uh-oh. Didn't jump over too far. And I'm going to put a 1 by it. Enter. Then I am going to, I don't need to make a track here because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit the audio button. So that's MIDI. So that's MIDI. And this is audio. Alright, I'm going to name that audio track. The first one, I'm going to name it bass because that's usually where I like my first track to go. Or be named. And then I'm going to add a track, so I'm just going to hit plus. And then I'm going to do that and do that. And then I'm going to name this track. Uh-oh. Do it. So you're like, okay, Paige, what's going on? Why is it taking us so long to get to the main nitty gritty? First things first, I need to add some bars to this. Alright? Now, for what you've been waiting for, I'm going to hit this icon. That's going to give me my track. I'm going to arm that track, and then here in monitor I'm going to hit it twice. The first time will allow me to hear. The second time will allow me to hear once I have completed recording my my pass, and that way I'll hear the loop, because what this is going to do is loop the 8 bars. Now after I do that, I'm going to make sure that my input is correct. So right now it says 1 and 2. I'm not on 1 and 2. I'm not on 3 and 4. I'm on 1 by itself. I have checked my level already, but the way you set the level is behind the unit. There is an input, and you can set the level there. But in my case, I've already set the level, and I have a Digitech RP1000 where I have line these levels up together so that I can peak at -9. The reason why I'm going with -9 is because I can see that line. Sort of like on a Tascam, the perforated line is right at -16, so that's what I go with my peaks on. This one will be a little bit hotter, but that's just how it's going to go on this. So now that I'm armed on the track, I'm monitoring the track, I'm going to hit record. As you see, tap is already illuminated. When I hit record, record, play, and undo are now eliminated. You do not want to hit play. You want to hit play start. The reason why you want to hit play start is, let's say you had sequenced some synthesizers and drums and everything, and you had all that going the way you wanted it, and then you started adding guitar or whatever instrument you're recording. If you hit play, you're going to erase over all of that sequenced information. So you want to hit play start, and that way you will be recording from where the top of the sequence, and you won't be recording over anything. I hit that icon so that I can see my wave as I'm recording it. And now that I have everything set the way I want to, I'm just going to hit play start, and it's going to give me 1 bar of count in, and then I can start playing. Let me see. So I'm just going to play something simple. 2. Now, you see what I did? I made a mistake. I did not set my BPM to 96, so that reason I ended up having to play quicker than I wanted to. So I can go back to that icon. I have options here. Because I've already changed the BPM, I don't want to hit undo because it will undo that, and then it will undo this. So I'm just going to hit the erase button, well, tab, and then I'm just going to touch that and erase that, and then I'll record again. So 1 that way, and 1, 2. Alright, so we have recorded our first track into the machine. If you need to go back through it again without all of the housekeeping, let's do it. Take it back. I'm just going to go through it all again. You can hit main. So let's do it. First things first. Oh, hold on. Let's take it all the way back to the beginning. So you start off, it's going to have that whole other thing going on. You're going to hit empty program, and you're going to end up in something like this without all of the naming and everything. Then you hit audio. You go to your audio track that you're recording on. In this case, I did an acoustic guitar. And then you hit this I. You arm the track. You hit monitor twice, 1, 2. Now you're able to hear what you're going to record. You go to this icon, that way you can see your waves as you record them. You hit record and play, and you're going to hit play start, not play, but play start. Because if you hit play, if I was on a different track, I would record over this. The other thing also, let me hit stop. The other thing also is to make sure that your input is correct, because it starts off with input 1 and 2. If you have a stereo input going, then you're fine. But if you're not using stereo input, then you want to scroll over until you find the input that you're on. You're on input 1. You are recording on input 1. That's your input 1 information. Please make sure you keep it off of the erase tab unless you're using the erase tab, because it is easy to hit it and erase. Once you've done that, there's another video I'm going to do that's going to tell you what these Q links can do with this, sort of like that, and you know, stretching the thing out and putting the thing where it needs to be. But we're going to go over that in future videos. If you have any questions or comments about this MPC Live, please give me a holler. I am your man, Paige, and I am out. You guys have a good one. I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.